Father.
What?
Father.
Well,
Well, you see, it's like this.
like this what?
It's not that easy to explain, Father.
If it isn't, then come back when I'm finished with the paper.
Better no, Father. It's about money.
Money? What money?
Well, you see,
Well, you see, I'm busy.
I need money.
Need money? Aren't you working already?
80 pesos, Father.
80 pesos? Why? You're almost earning as much as your father.
You don't understand me.
I don't understand.
Don't misunderstand me, Father.
Baba, you just said I don't understand. That means I'm not capable of understanding. Now, you say not to misunderstand you, meaning I'm capable of understanding pala. Make up your mind or working.
You see, Father, what I'm driving at is...
Sige, go on.
I want my old allowance.
Diablos. You want your old allowance? You're working and earning 80 pesos and you don't pay me a single centavo for your board and lodging in my house, and you're now asking me for your old allowance?
I have so many expenses.
How much have you got saved up in your bank?
How can I save anything?
So you've nothing in the bank? What kind of gifts do you give your girlfriend?
Ay, what? Francisco!
Huh?
I'm calling the servant.
Opo, senora.
What are you doing there? Get in!
You monsters with the servant, having the same name as the owner of this house.
I'm going to kick him out soon. He broke your plate again.
Again? I don't know why he always breaks my plates. He never breaks your plate. Or Robertines. Or Nena's. No, he only breaks my plate.
Did you make the sign I told you?
The one you told me to make?
Of course!
The one you told me to write on? Wanted a muchacho?
Yes, Don Francisco.
Huh?
I'm talking to the servant. Well, did you do it?
No, senora.
No what?
I didn't make it yet.
And why not?
I forgot how it should be worded. I suddenly remember now.
Yes, stupido. Hala, go out and make it immediately.
Where's Nena?
Asleep in her room.
At a time like this? It's already 11 o'clock.
Anyhow, it's Sunday.
Has she heard Mass?
I suppose she did it at 4.
And so Nena went to the party last night without a chaperone.
It was the first time.
I hope nothing happened.
What could have happened? We discussed this already yesterday.
Yes, I know. But imagine a Filipina girl going to a party without a chaperone.
After all, she didn't go out with Fred alone. She went with her friends, Lolita and Nordine.
Yes, those two girls. Since they arrived from abroad, they've been trying to teach all the wrong things they learned from those places.
Wrong things? Ay, you exaggerate, Francisco. Where's Francisco? Are you through with that? So soon?
I finished it last night, senora.
Last night?
Opo, senora. I forgot where I placed it.
Stupido itong taong to. Let me see it. Wanted, ang muchacho. Hang it up there at the window.
Hi, Francisco. You had to be my namesake.
I said outside, not inside! As I was saying, Francisco.
Were you talking to me, Petra? Or to the servant?
Francisco, what are you still doing there? Go back to the kitchen!
You were saying, Petra?
As I was saying, I think you're being unfair to Nena. After all, she's already grown up.
Petra, my dear, virtue is ageless.
I know that, Francisco, but chaperoning is rather old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned, maybe, in some other civilized countries.
But isn't Philippines civilized?
In many ways, yes. But in some ways, it's uncivilized.
Hi, Francisco. If Saturnino Balagtas, our patriot, should hear you now.
Where did you get the idea that Balagtas's first name is Saturnino? You mean Francisco, right?
Saturnino, Francisco, both N and O.
Yes. That's why when you call up my name, Francisco the Muchacho rushes in.
Anyhow, our women can take care of themselves.
Are you sure?
Especially if they receive an education. For instance, our Nana is already in her senior year in University of Santo Tomas. She's even taking some courses in home economics.
I suppose that makes her immune from any moral faults.
Moral faults, Francisco. Ay, ka-exagerado naman ito. No, what I mean is that Nana is better educated and more enlightened to take care of herself.
Si Petra naman, you don't see the point. Education, even university education, with all the letters in the alphabet after a graduate's name, is not moral education. Training the heart is not training the mind.
But if the mind is trained, the heart will be ruled by the mind.
No, Petra. If a person is intellectual, it doesn't ipso facto make him moral.
Ipso facto, that's very deep for me naman, Francisco.
Very deep. Our daughter Nana will fall in deep waters if you don't watch out.
Ay, you're so apprehensive, Francisco.
Did you call me, Senora?
Hoy, you!
Opo, Senyorito.
I'm married to the senora now. Therefore, I'm not the senorita anymore, but the senor. Understand?
Opo.
I'm going to change your name. From now on, I'm gonna call you Francis.
Francis po?
Yes, Francis. Understand?
Why not Paquito, Senyor? Or Paco? Or Francisquito?
Because I don't want it. So get out!
Would I have to call him Francis too?
For the time being at least. Until he leaves anyhow. When will you kick him out?
That's why I had the sign put up.
Well, I hope you got a new one today.
Father, I couldn't get a taxi.
Your mother told you to use a streetcar.
But I'm visiting my girlfriend.
Visiting girls at a time like this? It's nearly lunchtime.
She called me up. She says it's very important. I must see her right away.
Robertine, you went to the party last night?
Yes, Father, with Leah.
You went to the party in chaperone?
Is Robertine in a chaperone?
I'm not talking about Robertine. I'm talking about the girl you took out.
Well, if you're going to lose your temper, I will go to the kitchen.
Yes, Father.
Guess what?
I took Leah to the party alone.
You young modern people. Do you realize that in my time, when I was courting your mother, her father, her mother, her 3 sisters, her young brother, her grandmother, 5 first cousins, and 2 distant relatives sat in the salon with us?
But why so many, Father?
Because in those days, we were more careful about women's reputation.
But in those days...
Don't tell me those days were different. Outward things change, like the styles of women's dresses and men's styles, but the human heart remains the same.
But in other countries, Father.
There you go, in other countries. The Philippines is different, my son. Our climate, our traditions, our innate psychology, all these things make our people different from foreigners.
But my girlfriend has studied abroad.
Filipino girls who have studied in other countries acquire the outward customs and mannerisms of people, with traditions and temperament differences from ours. But a Filipino girl can easily change her temperament. It is inborn. Somebody's at the door. Francisco, Francis.
Who's Francis?
The servant. I give him a new name. Paquito, Francisquito.
Yes, Senyorito?
No. My son Roberting here si Señorito. I'm Senor. Go see who is knocking. Tell him to sit down.
Get out! What do you want?
What do I want? Haven't you got any manners?
I said, who do you want to see?
Why don't you speak more clearly?
What should I tell to the owner of the house?
Who's the owner of this house?
The Senora, of course.
Why? Is she a widow?
Not yet.
Tell your senora I want to see her now.
Which Senora?
Why? How many senoras do you have in this house?
There's Senora Petra and
Senyorita Nena. Gago! Call Senora Petra din.
Okay, okay. Sit down, sit down. Here's some cigars.
Come in.
Good morning, Senora.
Good morning. Sit down.
I saw that sign in the window.
Yes.
It says, Wanted the Muchacho.
Why yes, but are you by any chance a detective?
You flatter me, Senora. A girl told me once that I am very good looking.
Interesting.
Women sometimes tell the sweetest lies.
Do you mind if...
Of course I don't mind. Go ahead and ask any questions.
Do you mind if I ask? What can I do for you?
I'm applying.
Applying for what?
I'm applying for a job.
What job?
That job.
You mean...
Yes, I'm offering my services.
You mean you wish to be a muchacho?
I wish you wouldn't be so insulting, Senora. But I want to be what they call in Europe a mayordomo.
A what?
A mayordomo. You know.
Well, for a minute, I mistook you for a shindero or one of Malacanang's technical advisors.
That's right. I don't look like a muchacho or a mayordomo. My mother wanted me to marry a president's daughter.
President's daughters?
Yeah.
You mean the president of the Philippines?
Yeah, why not? Is there anything wrong with that?
And you wish to work here as a mayordomo.
Yeah, that's it.
What can you do?
What can I do? I can watch the house if you're out, or accompany the kids to the movies or the parties. You know?
What else?
I can do many other things if you like singing for you.
Wait, never mind the social accomplishments. What's your name?
I'm baptized as Marcelino, but my mother calls me Pablo because I remind her of my uncle who sadly is in jail. But my close friends call me Paul.
Okay.
You know,
I'll
for
pay you
clothing.
20 pesos, including the boarding and the lodging.
Yeah, that's good. I'll take the job.
Okay, you can start by washing the dishes.
The dishes? But it's time for lunch. Haven't the dishes you had for breakfast been washed already?
No, because our servant, Francisco, always breaks the plates. That's why I told him not to wash them yet.
I wish I had come after the dishes had been washed.
Alright, go ask Francisco for instructions.
Oh, good morning. Have you been waiting for so long?
No, I just talked to the senora.
Oh yes. Why don't you sit down?
Yeah, I will.
Did you come on some business?
Business? Oh, yeah, business of some sort.
That's good.
And hey, you have some stylish barong there, huh?
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, I will really buy something like that.
Thank you. Imitation, they say, is a subtle form of flattery.
Oh, of course mine will be the expensive one.
Undoubtedly, you must be a man of means.
Of means? Well, sort of. I wonder what's delaying Francisco.
Francisco? I am Francisco.
What? Oh! I just remembered Senora talking about the dishes.
Dishes? All that sort of thing? What do you mean?
What do I mean? You're the servant here, right?
Servant, I am the owner of this house.
What? Owner? What? Are you joking me, ah? Excuse me, sir. I think I really should go now. This is the way to the kitchen, huh?
Yes.
Oh, bye.
Petra? Petra?
What is it?
Did you hire that new servant?
Yes,
Did you tell him to ask Francisco for the instructions?
I did. Didn't Francisco tell him?
He thought I was Francisco.
How can that be?
I told you already to call him Francis or Paquito.
I always forget. But anyhow, I'm going to put him out tomorrow. We have a new one.
This one you got. Is he a servant?
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly.
Well, you see, he's a mayordomo.
A mayordomo? You mean from the Estado Mayor?
A mayordomo, you know, that's what they call servants in Europe.
If you're not careful, this mayordomo will look the owner for the house.
Pablo! Pablo! Francis? Paco! Francisquito!
Yes, Senora.
Where's Francis? Where's Francis?
Francis? Oh, you mean that muchacho?
My husband is called Francisco. The servant is also called Francisco. So we decided to call him Francis. So don't ever make that mistake again.
Alright, Senora.
Why don't you start working?
I was already working in the kitchen.
While wearing the sunglasses?
Yeah.
Go back to the kitchen. Finish the dishes.
On my way, Senora.
Where's the Sunday paper?
Oh, so you're awake. How was the party last night?
So-so. Mother, where's the society page?
Probably your brother Roberting is looking at you.
So you're awake. Have you had breakfast?
Breakfast at 12?
How was the party last night?
So-so.
Petra, where are the cigars?
Why? I put half a dozen on the go.
Half a dozen? I've only smoked one so far.
I wonder.
I wonder too.
I'm still sleepy.
Hey Nena, sit down.
What is it, Father?
So you went to the party last night alone?
Miss Francisco naman? I told you she was out with Fred.
Anyhow, I hope that's the last time you will go to a party unchaperoned.
But there's nothing wrong, Father. After all, I'm an educated girl.
Yes, Francisco, she can take care of herself. Can't you see? She's educated.
So, you're awake. How's the party last night?
So-so.
Why are you here?
I can get a taxi. No money.
I told you to get a streetcar.
Anyhow, I got here this afternoon. Incidentally, I met Fred's mother a short while ago.
Fred's mother?
Yeah, she was near the train station.
What were you doing at the taxi station?
Trying to get a taxi and bread, I suppose.
Well, did you get it?
Get what?
A taxi?
No, anyhow. Fred's mother.
What about her?
She said she was coming today.
What for?
She didn't tell me.
Fred's mother? You mean that young fellow Nana went out with last night?
Yes, father.
Did she say when she is coming?
No, but she seemed sore at me. And she seemed sore at you too, father.
At me?
Yeah, she said, "Tell your father Kiko that I'm going over to see him."
She called me Kiko?
Yes.
Didn't she say Don Kiko at least?
No, she said simply Kiko.
Aba!
Lunch is ready, guys!
Hoy, don't shout that loud.
Who is he, mother?
The new mayordomo.
Mayor what?
He's the new servant.
Let's go, let's eat.
What do you mean, hoy? I have a name, and it's Pablo. But you may call me Paul.
My name is Francisco, but the senor calls me Francis. But I prefer to call Paquito. Before, I am Frankie.
So, what do you want, Sinatra?
The senora wants you in the dining room
What for?
to serve the dishes.
That's your job. I'm not a muchacho. I'm the mayordomo. Hmm?
Didn't you answer that the sign over there at the window? Wanted a muchacho?
Yes, why?
Then you're a muchacho, like me.
What? I want you to understand that. I'm not a muchacho here.
Huh? But you look like a homo muchacho.
You... Just don't let me hear you say that again, or else you really get it. Understand?
Suplado.
What are you two doing here? Don't you know I'm already eating?
Where's Doña Petra?
Oh, she's eating, but please, have a seat first.
Call the senora! And mind your own business! Oh, so
what?
it's you. It's you who's working here. How much are you earning?
Why?
After treating you so well as a muchacho, and now you're working here without leaving a note? Che!
Well, for your information, ma'am, I'm not a muchacho. I am a mayordomo here.
Mayordomo? Mayor tonto! Che!
You may go, Paul.
Paul?
Good morning.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, you and Petra.
Won't you sit down?
I'd rather remain standing. Che!
This is your son Fred, I imagine.
Don't imagine, he's my son.
Ah, so he is your son.
Suppose he is. What's that to you?
I was just thinking, he doesn't look like a bit like you.
Certainly not. He looks like my first husband.
Do sit down.
Are you trying to insult me by implying I have no chairs at home?
What can we do for you?
Ask him.
What is it, friend?
Ask her.
Speak up, my son.
Ma, calm
No.
calm down.
Your son? So you and your daughter Nena have decided on my son? Well, you won't hook him.
What are you talking about?
Call Nena. Nena? Nena? Robertine, call Nena. If you don't mind, I will sit down.
I will sit down too. I'm tired.
No! Don't sit down.
Nena, this lady wants to talk to you.
Go on, tell her.
Tell her what?
What's all the mystery about?
My son and your daughter.
They went to the party last night, didn't they?
Of course, they went to the party. But how did they go?
Maybe your son has a car.
My son has a car, and it's all paid for. But that isn't the point.
So what's the point then?
Nena, what happened?
Happened? Yes, last night. What happened? I'm asking you.
What happened, Nena?
Why? Nothing, mother.
Nothing?
Nothing. Nothing? Check. A girl with a chaperone going to a party and nothing happens?
What really happened, Nena?
Nothing happened and you know it. And how dare you to shout at me?
Don't talk like that to my mother, Nena.
Bobo, son, ganon, standing there like a statue.
Statue? What statue?
Statue of a dumbbell.
Tonta.
Hey you. Don't call my sister like that.
She started it. She started it.
Your son took my daughter last night to a party.
Then why don't you allow your daughter to go out alone?
Nena insisted there was nothing wrong. But my intuition told me it might be wrong.
Shut up, Fred.
Why, Mama?
Why don't you allow your daughter to go out alone with my respectable son? What's respectable about him? People saw them come and go. And chaperone. Yes, and chaperone. Imagine a girl going to a party alone.
She was with your son, wasn't she?
Unfortunately,
Then, if my daughter was with your son, what danger was there?
people are talking about last night.
But what happened?
What happened, Fred, dear?
Nothing, Mama.
Try to think what might happen.
Nothing. Nothing.
Torme!
Aray!
You, son of my first husband. Why did you tell me nothing happened?
I wanted to tell you since this morning, but you gave me no chance.
Well, it's not what happened. It is what might have happened. happened?
Wait. You mean to tell me that you came here and raised all this rumpus when nothing, absolutely nothing happened?
Well, I wouldn't be too sure about absolutely nothing. Besides, I have to be careful. To be careful about my beloved son's upbringing.
It's your son. Your son is very stupid.
What? My son's stupid?
And definitely,
Stupid as you are.
As me?
positively.
It's your fault.
What do you mean it's my fault, Dumbbell?
I will slap your face if I were a gentleman.
I slap you in the face, even if Mother says I'm not a gentleman.
Don't you dare to touch my son. Huh?
You can't have that, human jellyfish. Tell me what might have happened.
You should advise your daughter not to go to a party and chaperone.
Hey, mind your own business and tell your son stop looking dumb.
I never saw such people.
Just get out before I call the police.
Can you imagine the incidents?
That's what men get for going out and chaperone. I was already telling you that, Petra.
How could I know that this Dolores would make a fuss?
So, do you want me to break Fred's neck?
You should have done that earlier, son.
Okay?
Don't cry, Nana. It's over.
Making all that fuss for nothing. The truth is that I quarreled with Fred and left him.
Left him? Where did you go?
I come home with Lurding and Lolita. Fred's mother is trying to interest me with his son and...
Hey, Mia. Go in now. Let this be a lesson to you.
Finish eating Robertine.
Incidentally, Robertine, I hope nothing happened last night.
Last night?
You went out with Leah.
Yes, but nothing happened, I think.
You think?
Hi guys, I'm back. I just escorted them on their house. They're good.
You
But-
may wash more dishes.
Dishes again? Everyday dishes.
That Merdome is a liar. And you know I hate liars.
Okay, let's fire him.
Good.
Pablo!
Yes, ma'am. You got some more dishes to wash?
No, you're a liar. You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
What?
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Oh, your sunglasses.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Adios.
Get back to the kitchen, Francis.
I'm still servant here, senora.
Well, we have to bear with you for a while.
I won't have to put the sign anymore. Wanted the muchacho?
No. Make another one. Put wanted the chaperone.
What is the chaperone?
For daughter Nena.
Que vergüenza. I, her mother, will chaperone Nena.
Robertine? Robertine?
Is that your girlfriend, Leah, Robertine?
Yes, right.
And who is that old man?
It's her father.
And he's carrying something.
Yeah, he's carrying a gun. Tell them I'm out.
Hi, Petra. We need 2 chaperones.
A chaperon?